Greetings, allies and warriors. ShadowNights here. Today we dive into what getting coached by Shadow looks like and what it can do for your account. I have helped a ton of players reach their goals and can be booked for individual lineup reviews all the way to coaching everything in your account. Like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Age of Empires mobile tips and tricks. On the coaching session today, we will breed a bunch of mounts and do some account priorities. And we have friend and ally Argonia May from server 37. Tell the viewers at home a little bit about yourself and your interest in Age of Empires mobile.
Okay. So I'm on R4 and server 37. Played since day one. Shadow's taken care of me a little bit when I took a 3-month break, but worked my way back into R4 after coming back. And I'm the type of player that doesn't necessarily care to lead, but I don't like bad leadership, so I end up leading. um, I, Age of Empires was a good game back in the day, and when I saw this advertised before for the beta, I signed up immediately. So I don't know if I was actually like day earlier than day one or whatever, but I was not in a beta server. 37 was my first server.
And how are you liking the game so far?
Yeah. It's good. I do feel like they push it a little bit on trying to always have something for the Krakens to grow towards or whatever, right? And that leaves the rest of us kind of going, oh, well, what am I supposed to do now? But it's a lot of fun.
Well, today we're going through and breeding a bunch of horses, doing adornments, and giving some account priorities. Why don't we start out with some of the top priorities? First of which we're covering today. The amount of mounts you have is impressive. So
I wait until I get like 20 to 40 mounts that are new to breed them at all. And then, as Shadow knows, I've been pretty hesitant to breed beyond the first set once they've got a skill. I've avoided merging them more than one time a few months ago where I tried it and I just didn't like the system and didn't trust it. And so that's why I reached out to Shadow to do this.
So as we kind of go through and breed these mounts, that will give you lots of research points. And then the second priority is to fill up this whole entire right side as much as you can. Because right now you have 176 up here, but you should be able to, going through and breeding the majority of your mounts, I'm guessing you'll probably be at like 5,000 or 6,000, probably way more than that, because I didn't do the math on that. And then the next step after that is to go over here and delete all these adornments that you don't want. Because this is, you get 5 back. You get 5 back.
Right. Yeah, and I've done that. I've done that some, like those I think cavalry defense ones. We're just trying to see what I would get, and I hadn't deleted them all yet. But I have done it to a certain extent to try and get ones that I thought were good. But I knew I was gonna have you do this, so I stopped trying on adornments for a little while.
Because I've gone a little bit crazy, but my recommendation is you focus on your top lineup, which right now is Lubu. So crushing all these, and then keep re-rolling, keep crafting adornments until you get the ones that you want. And it's
right. And I don't know which ones I would want as part of hopefully
the discussion.
End up telling me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then along the line of adornments, I know
resistance is good, but go ahead.
Let's look at them now, because they both have the same. Because you don't have any of the 1%.
I think I have Rally,
Hmm.
and I might have Chain Slayer. But yeah, I don't think I've hit any of the 1% ones before.
Because along that same line, a lot of your adornments are low level. We have one with 30.
Right,
So
right.
you have a good amount of
Yes, I've saved up the resources.
the resources. So being able to re-roll the ones that you really enjoy and then intensify the full Lubu lineup to the next level is going to make a huge difference. And then just some general, we'll throw a bunch in for the 5th priority. You need to finish this lineup's armor.
Yes.
It's small
Yeah, that's
little additions, but
zero.
you have minimally 3rd star should be
Right.
easy to get. And then looking at
Yeah,
the
I think I have quite a bit
other
still of that
lineups,
to go.
there should not be a fighting lineup on the field that doesn't have level 80.
Right.
And I didn't go this moment and check how much you have, because you
They're
have
generally only in rallies if they don't have level 80.
you have a good amount that you can crush and get the resources
Right.
for.
And I'm about to speed through a whole bunch of them next MG too. Yeah, so I usually keep those golds to use towards starring.
But the
But I've
problem is
been
once you get
doing
to
blues.
once you get to the 3rd star, it makes it much harder to get the final star.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I forget how much it is for the final shard of the 3rd star, but that's the only one that requires the upgraded resource. So you should be able to get the majority of your lineups to level 3 without breaking any kind of figurative bank. And then, since you haven't gotten there yet, another priority is to open.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Next week.
Almost there.
Maybe not next week. Maybe 3 weeks. I got to do the blue side too.
Yeah, because it makes a huge difference once you're able to push through that. And I think you're going to go for an MGE at some point, right? I think you have enough resources to do so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My resource pool is pretty high, so.
Yeah. In a quick overview, you have like 11 billion resources. Oh, here's another free tip.
Don't tell anybody that.
I might have to kick you out of the alliance and start farming you. You could renovate so much of this stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Especially since you are a cavalry prime. I'm surprised you haven't seized that opportunity to bump your cav up.
Yeah, so when the new buildings came, I definitely shifted to the new buildings to get the speed for training, which seems more important right now. But then as soon as all those level 31 buildings are done, renovations are going to read soon, which I think I'm pretty much done with all the important level 31 buildings. So
because
they'll finish this week.
From what I've seen, the new level 31s cost a lot less than the renovations did.
Right.
So
it'll take a lot less time.
Yeah. So like you could really buff up both of your cavalry lineups just by going to level 3.
Right.
And all those little stats make a big difference in terms of sustainability on the battlefield. You went into a little bit about how you have been breeding mounts. Do you want to expand upon that?
Sure. So I would sort to the color or rarity, coarser or destry or whatever, right? And then uh, do the attributes similar. And originally I was doing going for skills, and I got a lot that fed me skills exactly how I wanted. And then I realized I'm getting a ton of siege uh, based attributes, and I'd started to see uh, videos talking about, hey, once you get to higher levels, these attributes really matter. And the early videos talked about how the skills mattered more, so I'd focused on the skills. Well, so probably 2 months ago or so, I started just focusing on the attributes. So tried to weed out as many siege attributes as I could and still get a skill, right? So um, that means there's a lot more random skills that come out of it rather than the specific one that you're looking for. I did originally also like, uh, keep all the spirited horses together, right? So that they would be more likely to give me that core of abilities. But again, when I got to a certain quantity of those abilities, I was like, I don't really need specific ability. I need specific attributes instead.
So, do you,
So,
for your Lubu lineup, do you have some dream mounts that you hope that we will end up getting during this experiment?
so I don't think I've given enough research into which ones are best, but I would assume the critical strike damage percentage, gold with a red ability, maybe a second ability that's secondary strike damage, might. Um, and then Teamer, I don't know which would be better on him, the healing armor or the uh, some kind of reducing of damage. And then Zaoyun, I have no idea on. I've been running Attila, and right now my uh, total power on that lineup is a little lower than it was before I reset Attila and put it Zaoyun on the third slot. So uh, waiting for tomorrow, I think, and then Zaoyun will be 3-star. So
And
I haven't spun, um, but maybe 300 on this one, and I did Scipio on the first one.
I mean, it's much less expensive, much more less expensive to kind of spread out maxing a hero over a couple wheels. Usually, I take 3. Last Stellar season, I went a little crazy. I went crazy on the last wheel going into DD. So I
Right.
think we have some good goals in mind. We're going to start here, and I'll try to. Some of this will end up being cut because I think it's going to take a while because I'm going to go single-handedly.
Sure. You're gonna have to cut a lot of this one.
And I'm just going to go through one trade at a time. Mm-hmm. So this entrenchment would be good for a Lubra lineup because it's
Right.
anti
Yes.
pikeman. Oh, another. So right now I'm just going through and combining all the same traits and classes. Because I don't know if there was an actual change, but the randomness when you're combining 2 different temperaments, I feel has increased over the last month or so. First one.
Got a goal.
With Tactician, that's good against all these rams running around. I wish there was a way you could sort by having a might attribute.
So you can do.
You can do
I
mass
have done it
brooding.
to where, well, I haven't done that at all. That scares me. But I have done it to where I only mixed the ability, right? Like, so I would go into the uh, search queue and put, okay, all the Swifts. You're gonna show again a good one. Um, you've already done better than I've gotten off of doing purples. Um,
And the reason why we went purples first is just in case we get a purple that we really hate and we're pretty much done purples, we can go back to the
yeah,
blues and then hopefully get something that we can breed with the purple that we hated.
right, and it can hopefully raise the blue up to a good purple
Right.
for me.
I think
For
I
the people
think
that are disciplined enough,
two lineups is decent because then you're fine for Wonder and Battle Dawn.
yeah, I like that. And the whole like first 3 seasons, I was a Pike main, right? And uh, then Lubu came along, right? Season 3, right? Season 2.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
I'm
season
not sure which
3.
season they came along. Anyways, I switched to Cavalry main with Lubu, and still had horrible swords. Uh, and I knew that I wanted a good Solomon for late game because he has the silence ability. And so like when Ram 2 came out, I was right before my break. Uh, I thought, oh, I don't need him because I've got Solomon and Solomon's better. That looks pretty good.
What do you currently have on Lubu lineup? Do you have? Does this beat that?
I've I've definitely got some. I've got a better trait, anyways. But the armor and might bonuses might be better there. I've got gold and red traits for secondary strike and critical damage increases. But they might be on blue horses. So like that's active. That's good. That's good for KPO's lineup.
Anti-Cyrus.
Yeah, and Cyrus.
Gold power. I'm gonna lock this one because this would be good for the Pike lineup. And for the swords. So I'm making sure to lock the ones that I kind of like. Seven, 3. You have an upgrade. So this one could work for Mansa if you didn't have a good healing one. Renewal 11.5. Would this be good on Mansa Musa? Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Here's the real test. I'm always thinking hard. Abundance! Cloud Dragon. I expect massive typing right now. That wraps up this coaching preview video. If interested in taking your Age of Empires mobile gaming to the next level, check out my Ko-fi page or send me a message on Discord. Until next time, thanks for tuning in and see you out on the battlefield. Shadow, out.